Alcohol consumers go by many names. Many consider themselves social drinkers, and in a country where binge drinking is almost a way of life, many cannot tell when they have crossed the line into alcoholism. But for some reason, not many people consider alcohol consumption substance abuse. Yet in every way, alcohol consumption is substance abuse. And alcoholism is a problem that cuts across social class, cultural background, and even religious affiliation.
A drug, it's any substance which when absorbed in our bodies or any living organism will cause dysfunction or function of that body.
But alcohol and drug abuse has become such a chronic problem both in Kenya and around the world. In some parts of the world, it qualifies to be categorized as a disaster. In countries such as Mexico, Colombia, and Argentina, the use of hard drugs has been so chronic that they have been legalized for personal use. But there is a growing awareness around the dangers of drugs, even though many initiatives have not been successful. In Kenya, drug abuse has been described as a time bomb. It's the cause of death of hundreds of people, and it has robbed many families of happiness and peace. This is a typical day in a Songoro village in Kenya's western province. This is just one example of a village struggling with the impact of alcohol abuse. Today, Kulali takes us through his daily drinking routine, but this, of course, is before he gets drunk.
I mean, it really costed me a lot. Mi najilaumu mimi. Kabisa. If I would have stood by my principle, then maybe I will be somewhere else.
Believe it or not, he is a college graduate in his mid-20s whose life, as he puts it, has been reduced to nothing.
Acha nikwambie ni mimi mwenyewe nilimaliza form 4. When was that? 2000. Nikamaliza college. That was a 2006. Almost 2006. What have I achieved?
He did not begin this way. He was once a vibrant footballer who played for teams like AFC Leopards, Kawangware United, now known as Nairobi City Stars, Thika United, and London Distillers.
Mpira yangu iliishia tu ilikuwa siku moja karibu. Ilikuwa Madaraka Day ya 2000. Naweza kumbuka tukicheza na Gor Mahia. Hapo ndio nilipata injury na nikawa nje karibu mwaka mzima. Nikarudi hospitali wakaniambia jamaa, it's either unarudi uwanjani ama upate alternative. Sasa mimi nikasema I love sports. Kasi kwa uwanjani naweza sema about sports. And that's why I joined the media.
He took us round from one drinking den to the next. And here we are faced with the stark reality of what alcoholics have to go through to get to their next drink. It's a long and sometimes dangerous journey to get to the next den.
Lakini Mwenyezi Mungu nisaidie bana.
Akitoka kama ana pesa anaenda kunywa, sana amekunywa analala hata kama mtaro. Anakuja hata saa 11 asubuhi. Sasa mimi tunakuwa na wasiwasi na mzee. Tunaenda tu saa yote kuchekwa hiyo nyumba yake. Tunachekwa amekuja bado. Sasa hiyo nyumba yake tufungi na kifungu. Kwa maana tukinunua kifungu ufunge, sasa ile nafungu anaweza kuuza kifuli na kifungu. Na usunika sana kwa maana kama mchungaji na ubiria watoto wawache pombe, wawache wizi. Hiyo ndio nanifanya nipate usuni, mimi nalianga sana maisha yangu. Naona hiyo inasumbua roho yangu.
According to his mother, Kulali can go to any length to get a mere 10 shillings to buy a glass of the highly potent yet cheap liquor known as changa.
Sasa akikosa kupata kitu kwa hii nyumba yetu, anatoa hata shati, anaenda kuweka kwa pombe. Hapo kwa nyumba yetu hapa, tukiwacha mlango, amekuja ndani, akipata vikombe, akipata vitambaa kwa meza. Tena hiyo vitu anakunywa tu pombe, pesa kidogo. Vitambaa ambayo nashona nikitumia 1,000, unakuta ameuza 100, amepewa pombe amekunywa.
Kulali denies all these. Doctors say that most people are in denial. They will not admit they could be suffering from this disease.
It becomes, for an individual to realize that he has a drinking problem, sometimes it's very hard, because you realize that most addicts, or alcoholics for that matter, they live in denial. The first people to realize that you have a drinking problem are the people next to you, your next of kin. You should start seeking help as early as you notice you have a problem.
Kulali never aspired for this kind of life.
I've come a long way. I've tried my all best. I'm trying to struggle. I'm just trying to struggle with alcoholism. The reason why I agreed to appear on camera is simply change. Change inevitable.
Peer pressure, frustrations, lack of a job coupled with a simple test he went for 3 years ago drove him deeper into alcoholism.
I've always lived as per my life. I always thought I was HIV positive. And that was the thing. But I'm so happy it turned out to be. That was kind of my frustration.
According to a study carried out in Kisumu and published in the African Journal of Food, Agriculture, Nutrition and Development in May 2009, more than 1 in every 5 children in primary school takes alcohol. And if you're talking about university students, this figure shoots up to more than 3/4 or 68% who consume drugs. A large number of students across all age groups have been exposed to alcohol, tobacco, miraa, glue sniffing, and even hard drugs such as heroin and cocaine.
Sasa walimu wote pia ni watu wa kukunywa tu. He doesn't mind. Ukikuja hata kwa lecture, hata kama umelewa, he doesn't mind. As long as lecture yake imeisha, he doesn't mind.
They are known to many as alcoholic, but according to doctors, they suffer from alcohol dependency syndrome. According to Dr. George, alcohol dependency syndrome is not just a disease for the poor and the uneducated, but affects people of all walks of life, every demographic and social spectrum.
Addiction is a process. It's a process, and it starts like a social kind of a thing. Some people will start by exploring. Among that group, some people will be able to stop drinking. Some other people amongst the same group will be unable to stop drinking, and they'll go to the second level of addiction, which we call prodromal stage. Yeah. When they get to the prodromal stage, you find that these people will, the stage will be characterized by blackouts. He takes alcohol and then he gets a blackout. Getting a blackout, it will be characterized by being forgetful. Yeah, you drink with you today, tomorrow you can't even remember what we did.
With his dreams shattered, life seems just unbearable for Kulali.
I just want love to be just a presenter, in short. Wala wajaanza, I wish I was in their position. But say I'm not in their position, so I wish your message inaweza spread. Wala wajaanza ati wasijaribu.
But the fight against drug abuse hasn't been very effective. The prevention and treatment campaigns by government and non-governmental organizations come nowhere close to the highly visible and relatively effective campaigns such as the response towards HIV and AIDS.
The government is doing enough within its reach. First of all, what you have to realize is that alcohol problem has been there with us for a very, very long time. And therefore, to undo the damages that is there might take almost the same time that alcohol has existed amongst us. Yeah?
Kulali's story is a representation of thousands of people struggling with the impact of alcohol dependency syndrome. After the break, we bring you more stories from a Songoro village where two young people sell changa and marijuana to sustain themselves.